Hi, and welcome again to Thompson's Video Corner. Today we want to highlight a particularly interesting question that was asked in our popular Ask the Expert feature. The question asks what implications a federal grant recipient may face if it doesn't expend all its grant funding. Well, to answer this, we want to mention several specific factors that come into play here as it applies to you as a grant recipient. First and foremost, we recommend you checking with the terms and conditions of your federal award and determine whether there are any provisions regarding unspent funds. If none apply, there are certain provisions in the Uniform Grant Guidance that you should consider. First, you as a recipient were awarded federal funds to provide a public good, and the funds should be used for the purposes for which they were intended. According to 200.300B, the non-federal entity is responsible for complying with all requirements of the federal award. In addition, 200.302A requires that the non-federal entity's financial management system should be sufficient to permit the preparation of reports required by the terms and conditions of the award and the tracing of funds to a level of expenditures adequate to establish that such funds have been used according to federal statutes, regulations, and terms of the federal award. Next, if you have unspent funds, it would appear that there is a deviation from the approved budget. Section 200.306B of the Uniform Guidance states that recipients are required to report deviations from budget or project scope or objective and request prior approval from federal awarding agencies for budget and program plan revisions. The main issue here is the recipient may not keep the unexpended federal funds. According to the closeout provisions of 200.343, you must promptly refund any unencumbered balance of cash that the federal or awarding agency or pass-through entity paid in advance, and that is not authorized to be retained by the non-federal entity for use in other projects. Also, if you are required to have a single audit performed, the Uniform Guidance at 200.510 requires an auditee to prepare financial statements that reflect its financial position, results of operations, or changes in net assets, and where appropriate, cash flows for the fiscal year audited. In essence, the auditors should be made fully aware of any circumstances that cause the unexpended funds. Now, proper reporting in collaboration with the awarding agency and auditor can help in explaining why the funds were not spent. Maybe there is a legitimate excuse. However, be aware that auditors' findings that funds were not returned to the federal government or not documented properly can increase your risk level and make it more difficult to receive future awards. Hopefully you as a recipient out there have planned accordingly and can effectively spend all your federal funds you received. If not, we hope this video gave you something to think about. Also, don't forget that subscribers to Thompson's online grants publications have access to the Ask the Expert function, so make sure you take advantage of that feature. We'll do everything we can to help you get the help you need. Thanks everyone for watching, and have a great day.